red couch will burn, and you sitting here with one of my dopest friends. I told y'all I got celebrity friends, okay? I told y'all I got celebrity friends. One of the dopest producers I know, and we go way back.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? This man has supported me on stage. I supported him in many different venues. We ran into each other recently. I said, yo, bro, you got to be on my show because we going to talk about it. I know he got a lot of experience. You sitting here with King Amadeus.
Man, my brother.
King Amadeus. We here right now. We here right now. Y'all know what this show is about. It's about relationships and trending topics, but we going to get right into it. We want to talk about some of the things that you experience out there on the road, and just who you are as a person. We're going to get that off the way because I know the ladies want to know about you. You know what I'm saying? They was coming, oh my God, he's going to be on your show. And DMing me about you. I'm like, yo, what about me, son? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know they
don't
love
know
you,
me.
Bern. You know they love you, man. It just, so every now and then you gotta share. You know,
I gotta share. All right. There you go. You have some. But yo, yeah, man. Right now, one of the things that I see that you're doing really big is you have a Vegas residency, right?
Absolutely.
How's that working? Like, how did you get that?
Man, so first I've been there for 8 years. So shout out to Dre's nightclub. Okay. #1 nightclub in Las Vegas, home of all the hip hop and R&B. Trey Songz, Chris Brown, Fab, Fat Joe, Migos, so many. The Baby, Little Baby, Future. Like these are all artists that have residencies, have had residencies, who have performed there, and I am one of the resident drummers there, which is very unique, as you know. When you think about residencies, it's mainly artists, it's mainly legendary artists, it's magicians, DJs, but never have you seen a musician, and especially a drummer, have a residency at a hip-hop nightclub.
So they call Vegas. You all the time.
Yeah. So prior to the pandemic, I was there every weekend. And then the pandemic happened, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit, you know what I mean? And now I'm not as there as I used to be, but still grateful to be a part of the team.
You make it look like that on Instagram.
Yeah,
like,
man. I mean, I'm at least maybe about twice a month, maybe once a month. So shout out to Dre, shout out to Dustin, Victor, Ozzy over there. Shout out to DJ Franz, DJ Franz is the actual DJ that I play alongside.
I'm just imagining Gino. Being able to be in Vegas every other week like
crazy,
that.
Bro.
Like,
it's crazy.
I probably would be broke. I probably lose all my damn money because after I finish on them drums, I'm going outside and we gonna spend that money.
Nah, you gotta bring home the money, King.
Do you go to the casino?
Absolutely not. Every now and then, like I said, 8 years. I may have played maybe about 3 or 4, maybe 5 times.
That's
I
crazy.
walk right past the machines. I go in the club, I go out the club, I go to my room, I go get something to eat, I hit the gym.
It's always like that though. It's always like that. Like the barbers are bald. Damn nurses smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? It's always like the opposite of where you at. Like you would think that you would be playing, the slot machine all the time.
Because I can't take that chance of going out there, hustling, performing, getting a nice bag, and then end up not bringing it back home. It defeats the whole entire purpose. And no judgment, for the gamblers. If that's your thing, good luck, have fun. I love walking past and seeing and hearing people win. I cheer them on, and I keep it moving, man.
That's not your thing. So how is it like working with some of these artists? Like I know I seen you work with Chris Brown on some in your discography. You was in the studio with Chris Brown?
Nah. So I'm gonna be honest. I probably haven't been inside a studio in about 10 years.
Wow. So
like
you got your
actual
own
artists.
You got your own setup.
Yeah, like we always create on our own. You can create anywhere with the technology that we have today. Yeah. You can create anywhere. So a lot of the studios that existed here in New York don't exist anymore. A lot of artists have built their own studios at the crib or have their locations to where they go to and record. So now it's kind of a thing where you're sending them music. I'm emailing them folders and files of music.
And they're going through it on their own,
pick what they want, getting there with their engineers, record. Sometimes I hear songs for the first time when the world hears it, when it's released.
When they first
Not a fan of that, but at the end of the day, if certain artists are working in that manner and working that way, you don't want to go against the grain, because at the end of the day, I do want to work. I do want to be a part of these albums and these amazing projects, and you kind of got to roll with the punches. So that's kind of been, that's kind of what it's been the last, like I said, 10 years or so.
Do you have a favorite artist that you work with?
Can't really say a favorite artist, right? I don't want anybody.
All right. But
I'll say this. Mm-hmm. I'll say Chris Brown is probably the artist that I've created the most songs with.
How many do you know off the top of your head?
It could be about 40 songs.
40
that
songs
we've created. I would say almost half released. We produced 8 songs on Heartbreak on the Full Moon album. Produced a record on the Indigo album. Produced a record with him and Tyga on Fan of the Fan album. A bunch of mixtape stuff. Christmas Eve with Justin Bieber. Chris wrote that. J-Lo, Same Girl. Chris Brown wrote that.
Okay.
Records.
Oh yeah, I know that joint.
Yeah.
What would you say would be your favorite radio song that you've heard? Like when you heard it on the radio, you was like, "That's me." You had to call your mother like, "That's me."
What? It's happened a few times, obviously. Gratefully speaking, I think my first time ever hearing a song I produced on the radio would have to get that. And I know we on the Red Couch, we in BK, so I got to shout out to Foxy Brown.
Foxy
Brown was the first artist that I have a placement on as a producer.
Okay.
And I remember her creating a record called Get Off Me. She was dissing Eve. And Funkmaster Flex dropped it, on the show. He dropped his bombs on the show.
She was dissing Eve?
Dissing Eve. It's called Get Off Me. You gotta pull it
like
up.
That, you better be careful.
Crazy.
I know you probably didn't really care about how she was coming at.
You know what? I actually did. Because I loved Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown actually hung on in my locker in school. I had a poster of Foxy hanging up in my locker. But I loved Eve too. So I remember, and I was young too. I was really young when this happened. Kind of new to the game. And I remember when the record dropped, I was nervous because I'm like, man, I ain't gonna be able to work with Eve or the whole Rough Riders because I'm the one that produced this record. So I was really nervous about that. And I had a few OGs in the game in regards to producers was just like, nah, you cool. That's kind of a thing, that you ain't got nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? That's between the artists. You made the beat. You ain't had no idea that this is what she was going to do. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really play a part in that. So I gotta give it to Foxy Brown.
Yeah, Gavin, that's my homie.
Okay.
My brother, that's my homie. I always run into him all the time. And I just saw a little story where he put a song together with a reggae artist and Foxy, and I was like, wow, he got his credit. So shout out to Gavin too. You on the Red Couch with Bernie, you sitting here with Amadeus, and you already know, we went down that path. We talked about a little bit of your music career, and but how did you come up? Like, what was the start of you making beats? Like, how did you start doing that?
Right. I mean, as a youngin, I'm talking about a baby. That there's pictures with me with the little drum set. I probably was like 3 or 4 years old with drums.
I seen that.
You seen that, right? So I was always surrounded by music. Shout out to my parents, music lovers as well. Sent me to Catholic school. Had to learn a musical instrument. I chose drums and fell in love with drums. Fell in love with hip hop. Started off as an artist.
Okay,
rapping.
what you was doing? Rapping?
Oh,
about to give me a six. I'm about to give me a 16.
Yo, no way. So started off with that, and then kind of realized it really wasn't a thing for me. Kind of had the end with the drums and me playing drums, and I, put drums and a live drum in regards to production. It just kind of made sense to just follow that path and go into that direction. So that's kind of how it started. Realized that it was something that I wanted to do, seriously, a career that I wanted to have. I just had a love and passion for it, and the rest was history, man.
Do you feel like you see, like, they always say, like, if you want to do something, you have to go at it really hard.
Absolutely.
Did you go at it really hard, or was it just everything was by chance, so you were just getting your blessings?
No chance, bro. Like you said, I didn't do nothing else but create. So I lost friends, I lost girlfriends. I thought we was going to movies tonight. Nah, I changed my mind. I'm gonna be in the room making beats.
I don't think they understand that.
Right.
They don't understand that.
They don't understand that.
When you're trying to create something and you're trying to be big in what you do, I am sorry, we can't go out tonight.
Right. We cannot go out.
Like, I've been through that so many times, but I ain't gonna lie, I was a sucker for love for a long time where, like, I would get blamed for cheating and delete my whole MySpace. Yo, this is a true story, actually. I had millions of plays on MySpace. I thought I was about to be skyrocket. I thought I was gone. And I'm talking about, like, everybody's like, yo, you about to be the next hottest artist, blah, 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 blah. And I'm dealing with this chick, And one day she came in and was like, "Oh, you cheating on me. That's why your phone got all that stuff on it." Da, da, da. I was like, "You want to know if I'm cheating on you or not? I'll delete all this."
Wow.
Stupid me. I thought I was about to get signed. I could have been signed to Bad Boy.
Wow.
Could have been signed to the
Never delete your music. Never delete.
Not even that. Your social media.
Yeah, nothing, bro.
Nothing. Just keep it going. Yeah. That's some advice that I'll give to everybody while we on that topic.
Absolutely.
You say you didn't have a favorite artist, right? Yeah,
I said so to answer, because I don't even think I answered the question. So I would say Chris is an artist that I have the most records with. So I'll shout Chris Brown out. Trey Songz, me touring with him is a different aspect. You know, me as a music director, me as a drummer, having the opportunity to tour with him for the last 17 years, going, you know, throughout the entire world. You know, I would definitely have to name those two artists and then go back to Foxy Brown in regards to the artist that gave me my first opportunity, my first chance, my first moment as a producer. So I would name all of those three. And shout out to all of the artists, over 100 artists, over 125
I couldn't imagine
that I've been able to
going on tour with Trey Songz.
It's legendary. It's legendary.
Cause I know the chicks be all over that dude, son. So I just be right behind him, like I know Trey Songz, bro.
I mean, you ain't even gotta say nothing. You on stage.
You on stage. They see you. I'm playing drums. You know, I'm up there. You know, so you gotta anybody that's up there on stage or in the vicinity. You know, of any artist, you know, it could possibly be a good look. So I'm on stage with Chris Brown. I could just be standing there. Hit me up next time. I'm bringing my camera out. Call there, be like, I know. I tell him I know you.
Right,
He'd be like, whatever. Cause that's how it happens sometimes, man.
Sir.
You end up making a lot of connections when you on a stage with these big artists.
Right.
So I know that, you know, there's no favorite like that or whatever, but who would you say would be the biggest artist? Chris Brown, Trey Songz?
I mean, got Chris, you got J-Lo. I mean, because we could talk about music, we could talk about celebrity. So it depends on, you know, I mean, J-Lo.
J-Lo, I did see you in a picture with J-Lo.
Yeah.
She was up on you. I was like,
yeah, it was kind of, it was interesting.
You know J-Lo like that?
I did a record with her called
She's
Same
humble.
Girl. One of the, but you know, again, she's from the Bronx. You know, I'm from the Bronx. Big Bronx energy. So.
Yeah, you always say big Bronx energy.
Bronx energy.
I was born in the Bronx. But
yeah.
Go ahead, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why you don't say big Bronx energy?
Because I'm in Brooklyn, son. I like Brooklyn. Bronx, you can get shot walking down the street in the Bronx. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta start saying big Bronx energy. You start saying big Bronx energy, then you have them.
Okay, I got you. Then
you
they
know
know I'm rolling with them. We gonna try that on another day. Or I'll say it now. Big Bronx energy.
You see? See how I felt? She feels good about yourself. Nah, you protected, man. You protected.
I'm protected.
But nah, J-Lo, she's a legend, bro. Mm-hmm. She's an icon. But yeah.
Yeah, I seen you in the picture with J-Lo. I seen you with Rick Ross.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Rose.
Yeah, you produced something with Rick Ross?
So Ross, I performed with at Dre's in Vegas. And just on the fly. Like, you know, you performing that night and I was like, yo, I want to rock with you. He was like, all right, cool, bet. And I started playing.
On the stage and show me what you got to do.
That's how I went down.
I want to see what you got to get up on the stage and show the world what you can portray. He always got to give like a word.
That's exactly how it went. And then, so after we did that, you know, an opportunity developed where he was performing in Atlanta and he was performing alongside an all-black orchestra. And he called me to be a part of that. So we did a night in Atlanta. Everybody dressed up. You know, it was amazing to see all the kings and queens, black excellence, looking amazing, dressed in tuxedos and gowns. And so it was a really dope night, man. So shout out to Rose. Because, you know, most times people, you know, mention an opportunity or say they want to bring you in on something or work with you and, you know, you don't get that call. But
yeah,
he was
that's
a man
a
of his
blessing.
word.
That is a blessing. Where's hip hop for you right now? Like, because where I see it's a lot of the young people that's getting signed, getting locked up crazy. Like everybody with the RICO charge and all that. Like, where's hip hop? Like, who? I feel like there's no. Like, there was always one rapper that was the it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it was always throughout the century, throughout the decades, it was always the it rapper. You had your Jay-Z, Nas, you had Lil Wayne, you had Busta, right, you had your it rapper. Who is the it rapper right now?
Man, I would have to say Drake.
Drake is the it rapper right now.
I know, him and Kendrick had their beef and went back and forth.
Oh, who you was rooting for?
Neutral, man. I was always
Don't
neutral.
Be giving me them answers.
Bro.
Listen, I'm gonna let the world know I'm rooting for Drake. Still rooting for Drake. Now, a lot of people said, "Oh, he didn't write his own."
Who, Drake did?
Yeah, he didn't write
the battle raps.
Yeah, he didn't write his own. Well, when you look at the credits, you do see all of the other artists that he worked with to curate the song.
Correct.
So a lot of
producers,
exactly,
samples.
Exactly.
Everybody gets credited.
Or not even that. Mm-hmm. You did have the writers, the writers' credits, and that you showed the people there. But I feel like people don't understand what it's like to create a masterpiece.
Right.
When you in a studio with Kanye West, and Kanye West sit there, and Kanye has a whole group of people around him that's giving him lines. Or Drake might give him a line. When I'm in the studio and I'm with certain people, I might even have my camera and I'm filming them. I'll go and be like, hold on one second. You need to say this, bro, because this sound better than that. I'm nice.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
And then that person might want credit, or you might feel like, yo,
absolutely,
let me give them some credit for what they gave me.
Michael Jackson, one of the greatest performers and artists and writers of all time, didn't write everything. Beyonce, one of the greatest artists, writers, performers.
She didn't write everything.
Taylor Swift.
But you're mentioning singers. We talking about rappers though. Like the greatest of all time. You talking about the GOATs, Jay-Z, Nas. Ain't nobody write nothing for them. Now I will say, I don't really like talking down on Jay, because that's my best artist. But I can see that there's certain influences in some of the things that he has said. He said a lot of Slick Rick lines. He said a lot of, for sure, some Big Daddy Kane lines.
Absolutely.
He said lines from back in the days and put them in the beginning of his song just to start it off. And a lot of younger folks didn't know that that's what he was doing, but that's what he did.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah.
Even what? Are you crazy? Listen. You be playing them damn drums too much.
Right.
You study them lyrics. You'll see that there's a lot of stuff that Jay took from Slick Rick too. A lot of stuff that he took, like those one-liners, and he'll say them, and then that'll make the song like, oh, you heard what he said? But a lot of people don't really know that one line came from back in the days. Wow. But that was his influence, though.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? That was his influence. I might have to play a clip in there to show you what I'm talking about.
And as we mentioned, that's okay. It's okay to be influenced by. It's okay to borrow from. It's like producers. Like there's really nothing I can do or create that hasn't been done when you think about it. Whether it's a drum roll, whether it's a bass line. It's like, bro, somebody played that bass line somehow, some way. Whether it's in the 80s, whether it's in the 70s, whether it's in the 60s, whether it's in the 50s. You may have heard it and you may not have heard it.
You know what's crazy? On a side note, I'm on Ancestry. I took a DNA test. I don't know if you know that.
Having this conversation about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, someone telling me I should do it. Shout out the father.
I never said this on my show, so I'm going to say it right now. Right? So now I'm sitting here with you, because I'm writing a book right now. It's called Story of Ciara's Brother. Right? Ciara, the singer-dancer. That's my sister.
Really?
Yeah. Took a DNA test, too, to prove it. Right? Damn.
He said, yeah.
Right? But, that's another story. We ain't going to get too deep into that. But I'm writing a book right now. Took a DNA test, and on my mother's side, it's the reason why I mentioned it, because on my mother's side, I just was reading, some of the people or whatever, and looking them up on Facebook and all of that, cross-referencing. And one of the ladies that shows on my mother's side that's really close, a close cousin, is the lady who UTFO was talking about in Roxanne, and the one that was in the video, and then she made the real Roxanne Shantae. I mean, not Roxanne Shantae, the real Roxanne video.
Okay.
Because Roxanne Shantae came out and was like, I'm Shantae. Why are you talking about me now? But the real Roxanne is related on my mother's side.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of famous boxers. I forgot what his name. His last name was Ferguson. That's my mother's father's.
So it gives you names as well? I thought it just tells you what you are.
No. You pay for it. They tell you everybody who took the DNA test who you related to, and when you go through, you check the genealogy. when you check the genealogy records, you see it. Just so happens on a Ciara note, just so happens she did a test with finding my roots on TV. I don't know if you saw that.
Okay, nah.
When she did that, I was able to see, oh, now I know who my grandfather is. So once I plugged my grandfather in, that's when everything started to come to light.
Wow.
But you can see, and I ended up contacting some of the family members and getting in touch
really?
with them. Yeah. And
wow,
that's a whole nother story in itself.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that.
But
I feel
my mother,
I was just having this conversation about.
Yeah, but my mother, when I had first found out who he was years ago, my mother was like, "That's him. So once she told me, I was like, I just kind of didn't believe it because I'm like, what, like. But he ended up calling me, all this other stuff. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
It's a good thing though, man.
Yeah, I could see where all the talents come from.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I feel like gangster rap is not there anymore.
Nah.
Like, where's gangster rap?
Nah.
I feel like you can't even make it as a gangster rapper anymore.
Yeah,
like 50 Cent was the last one.
They want to be sang to. They want to dance. The drill is hitting right now. Mm-hmm. The R&B. It's kind of like rap R&B.
Right, but the government, they watching.
Yeah.
The government is watching, and if you saying something about how you did what you did, they just gonna start watching you and start locking your whole damn family up.
So many people and so many of the youngins going down. Like
right.
They back then you can talk about it.
Right.
Because I don't think they really.
I think I think a lot of rappers subliminally talked about it though. They didn't say, "I sold crack right yesterday."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think Bobby Shmurda was like one of the last ones that was like, I was selling crack in the 5th grade. Like, he actually said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now a lot of rappers are being cautious, and the ones that are not being cautious,
they get
see them, they catching the Rico real quick. It's finished. Like, yo, what's going out?
Right.
Like,
they get finished.
Crazy. But yeah, gangster rap is I don't know right now what's happening. Now, since you from the Bronx and you talking about big Bronx energy, where did rap start in the Bronx?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your evidence?
Yes, sir.
What's your evidence? How did rap start in the Bronx? How do you...
Think about the Furious Five.
Okay.
Grandmaster Caz.
Okay.
Grandmaster Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying?
Melly Mel.
Grandmaster Flash.
Okay.
Like, these are the pioneers and the artists that, that created hip hop and put it on the map.
And it's so sad now where it's going to, because one of the biggest pioneers of rap and hip hop and music in general, Diddy, man.
Yeah.
Diddy is going through it right now.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
I feel like, you think it's a war on Diddy right now?
I mean, to me, the challenge is if there's actual evidence.
If there's actual evidence. My evidence goes back to when I was little. We used to make fun of Diddy.
What you used to do?
When I was in the group home, we used to be like, yeah. What?
I thought man, when he was creating all those ad-libs, and I'm like, who's that talking in the background?
Yeah.
I thought it was the dopest thing ever.
Right. But we still used to make fun of him, though. We used to be like, yo, Diddy is on the rainbow. We used to be like, he's on the fruity side, though. We used to tear, I was about to say we used to tear Diddy up. Like, it's crazy. But I don't pause because I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm secure with my manhood. But at the same time, we used to make fun of Diddy all the time. We used to always pick on his voice and be like, yo, he sounds like a girl.
Really?
Because even if you watch his older interviews, he was a little bit upbeat, but then he started going into his, And then I think when Suge Knight got on the stage at those awards and he said, you want to see people dancing all in the videos? It kind of was like, damn, even though he was from New York and we still love Puffy, at the end of the day, it was still like he shed light on it like, yeah, you're right. And then when Locke started saying no more shiny suits, that's when everybody was, when Locks and the Rough Riders came out, that kind of killed the shiny suit era.
But you have to admit, the run was legendary.
Yes. Even
Biggie,
till recently.
Faith, 112, Mace, Locks, Total, Shine, what's the other dude? Gorilla Black, Danity Kane.
Oh, you mentioning everybody.
Day 26.
Phew.
Donnie Klang, Sherry Dennis.
You got me thinking about
Mad Rapper.
But I'm saying
G-Dep, Black Rob. Did I say Faith Evans?
I was just on the stage with G-Dep recently. You got me thinking, where they all at now? You on the red couch with Burn. We sitting here going down memory lane. We was just talking about Diddy, man.
Yes,
And then they got this dude that just came out under a pseudonym or Todd, whatever his name is, and wrote a book about what Kim Porter said and all that. That's kind of a little bit popular, what everybody's talking about right now. Like, did Diddy do all of those things that everybody's saying? He got 150.
Do you think it's real? It's a lot.
What, the amount of people
it's a lot, bro.
that are accusing him of things? All right.
A lot,
so,
or
I think
people just trying, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so what's happening is this, right? Let's think about this. I was just talking about this earlier. Let's think about this. You know how many people was on Making of the Band?
Right.
Do you know how many people tried to get on the Making of the Band? You know how many people stood on a line to get that? You know how many people probably came to audition and he was like, man, get the fuck out of here. Emotional damage. Right? You're going to have people that's going to sue for wild things because they are hurt. Their career is done. All of that. Now, I ain't even gonna lie. I be trolling sometimes on the internet. I be talking wild crazy, like, why did Diddy say that? Or why did Diddy do that? But, you know, at times I'm playing. But at times I really think about it. Like, yo, if you telling me 150 people said, or 100 people, or maybe even 20 women said that you did something to him, you telling me one of those women can't be telling the truth? Now, the reason why I say what I'm saying is because of that damn Cassie tape. You know, after the Cassie tape, I was really disappointed in that, man. I'm not even gonna lie, cause I'm not in the. I don't hit women. I did not like that, man.
Yeah,
I did not like.
Tough to watch, man.
Yeah, I did.
I remember I was at the gym. I was at the gym, so I didn't even see it hit social media. I was at the gym working out, and that joint came on the news.
What could make you beat a woman? How can you justify beating a woman like that?
You can't.
Did she? I mean, you say you can't, but if she pulled the gun on you and pow pow and shot at you,
you can't. You still can't even. You still can't even justify that.
You can't justify.
If you ain't get hit, you know. You still look crazy.
She still got the gun in her hand.
Like. Yeah, just like you said, I can't lay hands on a woman, bro.
Yeah,
like I just can't physically I can't even physically attempt it.
Yeah. This girl stabbed me one time. I did punch her in the nose, but yeah, that was automatic reaction. You know what I'm saying? But then it's crazy because later on in life, I had got poked up a couple of times, and this girl that I was living with, I was living with her at one time. She tried to stab me, but I couldn't defend myself. But I could have hit her with a right, but I didn't. I just kept blocking it, like, you know, whatever. But as you get older, you realize, like, it don't even make no sense to hit a woman. But what if she's 6'1", 300 pounds?
Yeah, they get to running.
Get to running. You can't run nowhere. She gonna get you.
Get to running. If she's 600 pounds, she ain't catching you. I'm not. No disrespect to any of the big girls. Shout out to all the big, beautiful women in the world.
Beautiful woman.
But either way, if you chasing me, I don't think you're gonna catch me.
She ain't gonna catch
like,
you.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's what we here for, man. You on the red couch with Burn.
Yes, sir.
And you know, it's about relationships and trending topics. And one of the things that I bring people on my show about is to talk about their perspective on relationships and, you know, our relationships, men dealing with women, women dealing with men, so forth.
Right.
And the internet is hot right now.
Okay.
Because it seemed to be that everybody from the age of 30, maybe even 28, to the age of 45 is single.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah. And, you know, I'm not used, and it's funny that we having this conversation because honestly, it's not really a topic I talk on. But now, you know, I'm in the position. I'm here. I mean, I'm in the position to talk about it. Like, so I'm usually locked down. You know, been married before, about 13, 14 years. After that, another relationship that lasted quite some time. So I'm a person that's used to being in long relationships, really good relationships. So now, being single is a different world, bro. Like I be having conversations. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. But it's very hard to find a woman now. I feel like because there's a lot of superficial women out there right now.
I agree.
Now, are you trying to find somebody that's your age or younger?
Honestly, I don't really have a preference. Mm-hmm. I have 2 kids. Mm-hmm. So if I do find a woman that's really incredible, mm-hmm. that is of the same age as myself, that have kids, that would be kind of dope, because then I wouldn't necessarily have to have more kids. You know what I'm saying?
So she gotta have kids?
I wouldn't say gotta. I would definitely. I would prefer.
Why?
Because I want to, and this may sound, I don't even care how it sounds. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy the rest of my life. It's kind of challenging to start
older
over.
Kids then.
Yeah.
So if a woman come along and she got a 7-8-year-old.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm talking about us having a kid.
Another child.
Brand new, fresh out the gate.
So that would have to be
scratch.
Yeah, that would have to be a thing. But I'm sure that you wouldn't mind it if you found the right one.
I agree.
Okay. Now, you ever notice in the reverse though, it's a little bit different. Like a lot of women won't deal with a man with a young child.
Depends, man. I think it takes maturity, because I think depending on the woman, where they may look at that as a good thing in regards to seeing how amazing of a father we are and how responsible we are, how we handle our responsibilities. So it might allow us to gain points by being a father, and being a great father, and having kids. So some, because I think it says a lot for a man that has kids that's doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think it's a check for them. I think it's a green light for that.
See, we're gonna work on this right now, because you're gonna understand why everybody's single. So I'm gonna ask you another question, okay. Right? Would you deal with a woman that has everything going for her? She got everything, all of your qualities that you like, but she lives with her parents?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you think that it would be equal the other way around?
Good question. Especially in this day, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt. You live with your moms, or you ain't got yourself together. You ain't got your own spot. You ain't got that penthouse looking over the water. You ain't got the crib with the 7-car garage. Like, and now that I'm even thinking about it, it's so true, bro. Like, what we will accept, and it's not even a bad thing. What we would accept as a man, like you said, if reversed, it will be frowned upon. It will be frowned upon.
But that's what I'm saying. See, now you following me, because this is the reason why a lot of people are single now, is because men are starting to think, wait a minute, if this was the other way around, you wouldn't respect me. So now we looking for the same type of respect, and it feels like it's not being reciprocated.
I agree.
I was watching some earlier, and this lady was saying it's very hard to approach women now as a man. She was saying that a lot of men are not approaching women now.
It's a challenging thing. I used to think about it. We used to have so much more courage when we were younger.
We used to have lines
to do it. You know what I'm
saying?
We
had lines.
Like now, it's a tough thing, because you just don't know how they're gonna take it. You don't know what the vibe is gonna be. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want your pride and ego hurt. You don't. So it's kind of a tough thing. I've seen plenty of women and be wanting to say something and just be like, and that can be a negative thought or idea that's in our minds too, where we're putting this whole idea in our heads about this woman that we don't even know.
How does that happen? Yeah. Though? The thing is, how does it happen?
It can be off of looks. It could be off of how they're carrying themselves. It could be it could be their bodies. It could be, because there's a lot going on. Not everybody, but there's a lot going on with women today. A lot of women are doing different things to their bodies, changing things, adding things.
Oh, so
subtracting
now,
things, multiplying things.
I got a friend that got a BBL. She looked good too. I ain't even gonna lie. And I wasn't really into BBLs because I had me a hard as a rock BBL at one point in time. But I got a friend, that I be trying to kick it with. She got a little BBL, and she's decent, man. She's actually a really good woman, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I don't think it defines them. It just what happens is before getting an opportunity to learn them and to meet them and to really connect with them, it's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
So like I said,
first thing you see if you see a woman coming down the street and you see that BBL, what's the first thing that come to your mind?
Yeah, it's
because men are attracted to looks first.
Absolutely. Women are too. They can try to act like that, not too. But the first thing you see is how a person looks. The woman, you don't have an opportunity to have a conversation because you didn't even get to that point. So the first thing you see, woman or man, is the person's look. So when women try to say, "Oh, it ain't about the," bruh, if you're not attracted to me in any way, you're not gonna be willing to have a conversation.
How do you know? How do you describe a big woman, or a woman that looks really good, and then you see them, and then they dealing with this grease ball? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if they are attracted to looks, I ain't even gonna say grease ball. Because sometimes you'll see a woman and she bad.
And you looking at the dude,
but then you looking at the dude like, how did he do that? I say it's money.
It depends. In some cases it could be money. In some cases it can be personality.
It could be that biggie type of dude with like, oh, what's your name? What's your style? As soon as he bought that wine, I just creep up from behind. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. Like, attraction is different things that people are attracted to. Right? Like, I laughed at what you just did, but you can be attracted to somebody's voice, somebody's tone. You can be attracted to how they walk. You can be attracted to, back to us being fathers, how they are fathers and how they take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? And really be great dads. So I think you have different reasons or different ways to be attracted to someone. And for some people, the looks can be last. The looks can be last, where it's just like, I like everything else. The looks is okay, but I love everything else about this person or other things about this person so much that it makes me attracted to them in that way.
I tried that. I tried dealing. I ain't the best looking man in the world, but I tried dealing with somebody that I didn't find too attractive, and it was cool after a while. But then it's like, as a man, you start looking around, and then you start seeing other women that's coming at you that look way better, and you like, you better not mess up, because you mess up one time.
But see, now there's a gift and curse to that, right? Because it's like, a woman, you can have a girl or have a queen that you're with, that's amazing to you, amazing for you. But like you said, she might be like a good 6, and then you see a 9.5 coming your way, and she's vibing with you and you feeling her, and you can move in a direction towards this 9.5. And then once you get to know her and get to know who she really is, you're attracted to the look of her, but everything else is a turnoff.
Yeah, well, so I will say this: if you a 6, you better have a big old booty. Cause I would say this, but my reasons that I think that men are not approaching women anymore like that, or like we're not just running up on them. I got some reasons. One, you kind of don't get a reaction like that anymore. Like, you'll walk up to a woman nowadays and you'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And everything.
Right. Yeah.
Now, with that comes the woman that wants you to chase them. Right? Am I supposed to chase you? Or am I not?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not chasing you, bro.
Right.
I don't want to chase you. Like I say, a real woman that really likes you, she's not going to have you chasing her all over.
All right, so let me play devil's advocate. Are you okay with it being easy, or are you okay with her being easy to grab? Because I kind of sometimes like the challenge, right? Where it's like, because if it's easy, then I'm gonna be thinking everybody can do this. Everybody can get her. No. Anybody can get in her DM. Anybody can holler at her. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like some of the challenge.
I'm not thinking
make
that.
me work for it.
Make
me prove that I'm worthy. For us to connect and for me to be in your presence.
Nah, bro.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I make it hard, and I'm a dude, and I make it hard.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know,
look at the accolades and the stature that you got.
You said it. Yeah.
Same thing with me.
Yeah.
I can't have any old woman around me because I got a lot to lose.
Absolutely.
Right?
Perfectly said, brother.
But at the same time, I do not want a big challenge, and I don't think about it like you thought about it. I think about it like, yo, if I gotta keep chasing you down, because look how you said that. It might be easier for every other dude to get it if it's easy for you. I'm thinking about it totally different. It was just easy for me because I am who I am.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
But do you want that? Because that's a whole other thing we got to be mindful of too when we're dating, when we're searching for that person. Mm-hmm. You want the person, you know, to love you and be connected to you and be for you, mm-hmm. right? Like there's Amadeus. Mm-hmm. But then there's Antoine. So it's like you're not even meeting and you're not even having a conversation with Amadeus. You're talking to Antoine. Mm. You're getting to know the person that only family and close friends know. Mm. You know what I mean? Beyond the music, beyond the accolades, beyond the records, beyond the tours, and all of the stuff that comes along with the name. I want you to get to know me.
Okay. Now, the whole time you saying that, mm-hmm. in the back of her mind, she getting to know Amadeus. Because that's how she look, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna sit here and act like they not gonna check your Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they not gonna check for who you are. Now, very rarely do you meet a woman and y'all could get past a month of her just talking to you and you not even mentioning anything that you did. Even like me, I don't even say nothing mm-hmm. about nothing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it'd be like, what do you do? I'll be like, I work a 9 to 5. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I work here, I work there, whatever. And don't even say nothing. But the minute they start seeing an Instagram or me with this celebrity or what, that's why I don't even put up pictures with celebrities like that. Because it just takes away from me as a person and how people portray me. But the minute they start seeing you do stuff like that, they begin to judge you a little bit more, right? One of my exes was like, what she said? She said, all you do is hang around a whole bunch of people from Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, yeah, like is that what you know me as? You didn't meet me as that. But now that you've seen my Instagram or the radio show that I had, and you seen all those people coming through, those is my friends now.
Right.
That's how women are, though.
Here's my thing. Let me tell you what I have an issue with. Mm-hmm. How do I say it? Effort. I'm big on effort. Okay. What do I mean? I don't want to be the only one reaching out.
That's right.
I don't want to be if I don't hit you, you don't hit me. If I don't reach out and say good morning, hey beautiful, hey whatever, how's your day, you hear nothing from them.
Newsflash, that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
That's what's happening
which is now. What I'm not used to. Which is why I'm like, I don't like it here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from a different era. So it's just like, you give and you receive. Not just you receive and don't give. So I think women kind of got to get out of that thing. I'm gonna wait for him to hit me, or you got to hit me first. No, bro. Like let's go back and forth. Like I want to be as men, and I don't know if women understand this, right? Where it's like we want to be thought about too. Right. We want to feel appreciated too. We want to feel valued too. As much as we can schedule dinners and dates and flowers and phone calls and check-ins and all of those different things. I'm not saying we want all of what I just mentioned, mm-hmm. but we do want to feel like the concerned and appreciation and valued and check. How was your day? Good morning, King.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm really big on that. So the women, that I connect with or come in contact when we start vibing, like that's a huge turnoff for me. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like days will go by and it's crickets from you,
but they're waiting for you to hit them. That's the reason.
I hit you, and you right back. Like so, what your phone glued to your
that's what I'm saying,
to your hip. Like,
and then the funny thing about it is that every time you see them, they got their phone in their hand.
That's like our kids,
right?
Text my son, text my daughter, and you
hear
back 12 hours the end later. Of the day, and I'm like, whenever we together, mm-hmm. like you said. phone is in their hands.
Right.
Every day, all day. But when it comes to responding back to their dad, we get the last
little second.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy to me, but I feel like that's called a game. And that's partially one of the reasons too. If it's like it's all a game, I don't want to play with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to holler at you. What's up?
We don't want to play.
It's like I don't even want to be on no more dating sites anymore.
I never did that.
Yo, bro, don't.
You said.
Do not do it.
I never participated in.
Don't get on the dating sites. Do not get on the dating site. That's advice from Brother Slim himself.
Now, why will you say that? Why do you feel that?
The reason why you don't want to get on dating sites now, because you could have did it before, if you know what I'm saying, but you wasn't active in these streets. But the reason why you don't want to do it now is because there is a superficial thing going on where all women want on a dating site is to go on a date. Now, why? It might not be because they're hungry,
right?
For a man or desperate. It's because they're not going on dates. And why are they not going on dates? Because men are tired of taking you on dates for nothing.
Right.
This is what's happening because we're going to get into a question about the budget.
Got you.
But if I take a woman out today, I spend a certain amount of money. She just happens to not like me. Whatever. Okay. A week, a day, a month passes. I take another, I ain't gonna say a month, about a couple of weeks pass. Oh, I find somebody else interesting because this is what dating is. You're trying to find out who you want to be with.
Right.
Find somebody else. The same thing happens, right? Now, somebody might say, you need to work on yourself. No. What's happening is y'all want free meals or something.
Correct.
But if you see what I'm saying?
Correct.
But at the end of the day, that's too much money I'm spending.
I agree.
That's too much time I'm spending.
I agree.
With someone that I don't need to be with. Now they might say, some people might say, I forgot to offer you some water. Some people might say, find out who the person is first before you take them on a date. I would love to do that. But we are in 2024 and there's this superficial thing going on where I want to be taken on dates first.
Nah, we got to build a little. We got to talk. We got to have numerous conversations before I even feel like you're worthy to be taken on a date. Because at the end of the day, it's us that's doing the taking out on dates. It's us that's spending our money that we work hard for. So we shouldn't be just randomly spending that on the first person we meet.
The roles has switched. Y'all gonna be spending money on me now.
And that's and while we're here, I think that should be something that exists too. It's something that I've experienced, So maybe the amazing queens that I've been with just set the standard.
Me too.
Of what it's supposed to be, right? Where, of course, when we first start dating, I feel like it's on the man. I feel like it's on us. If we decide to be a partnership, a couple, then it should be fluent. Where where you might wake up one day and say, listen, babe, get dressed. We going out tonight. It's on me. And that's a thing. And that's a thing that should exist where, sometimes the women schedules the dates, takes us, the kings, out on a date and handle whatever the costs are for the date. Whether it's dates, whether it's movies, whether it's outings, whether it's vacations. Like, I'm used to it going either way.
Let me just let you know. That's not happening right now. You was married for too long. You got out that damn marriage. I'm sorry, buddy. It is very rare that a woman is taking you out on a date now, buddy. It's very rare. Now, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I was just telling my boy the other day, and this might sound crazy, but most of the dates that I've been on, the woman has offered to pay first. They
really?
Always do that with me. And I think, and you haven't been in the dating field, but it's gonna happen to you too. And the reason why is because they already know that you're gonna pay for the next 20 dates. So they like, all right, I already know he gonna pay for the dates all coming from now, so let me just come out my pocket. They'll offer, I'm not gonna let you pay.
Right. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the offer.
Right. I'm not mad at the offer.
That goes a long way.
I'm mad at the reason why you offer. Don't be doing that. Don't be trying to trick me because I'm going to pay for the next 20 dates. You want to offer to pay for the first one. That's what be happening now. Yeah, but it's a lot of the times it's a lot of superficial things going on. I've even gotten to the point where I think that I'm looking. This is why I had to delete the dating app, is because I'm looking too deep into what they look like now, and like if they all look the same in their picture. I was just doing too much. I'm like, I get rid of this. All woman, y'all gonna like this because I'm gonna post this right here. All woman who's on a dating site got a photo doing this shit right here. It's as simple as this. I know, because I done scrolled. Why y'all gotta put this hand right here like this? I don't know what that's about, man. What is that? I asked somebody, they said, oh, it's because they don't got nothing to do with their hands. Put them down then. Why all of y'all do this right here?
Right.
It's this right here with the C, like a letter C. You put it right next to your head. Now watch when I told you that.
Right, I think I should go on a date in that, man.
No, don't do it. You're feeling.
I think it takes a lot of courage to go on a dating app, to actually create your profile, and I think we should do it. I think I should go on there. I think you should.
The reason why you shouldn't is because you are who you are. You celebrity status. You up there, so you don't want to have people like looking at you like you thirsty and that you can't find a woman in the street or wherever at a venue or whatever, because you actually can. You run into a lot of nice women all the time, right? And you'll find the right one. But you don't want to put yourself out there to public like, oh, he's thirsty.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Me, on the other hand, though, I could have. You know what I'm saying? But I had to delete it because even a lot of people was like, yo, I saw you on this site. Yeah, I saw you on this site. I saw you on that site. I'm like, that wasn't me. I got a twin brother.
Wow.
And here's another thing, too, is like men, or I'm speaking for myself, I prefer a natural woman. Do you look at a woman that got weave like it's an issue or like something, or do you like natural hair?
I don't really have any issues both ways. It just has to be kept up for me. Now I know everybody has moments. Everybody has not so good days, bad hair days. Obviously, I went 2 weeks without getting a haircut. You know, so sometimes it's beyond the control. Sometimes it's beyond the control, right? So if you're gonna have the weave, you're gonna have the lace fronts, and you know what's happening in today's world, the lashes and all of that. Just make sure you keep it up. I'm not a fan of the lashes. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't like lashes?
I don't.
What's wrong with them?
Like just what you just said. It's just going too far.
Mad long.
Going too far, bro. It's going too far. How long? When you wink, that is just like it's going too far. And then my whole thing is, you got these lashes done. You outside, you going to the store, you going to work. Mm-hmm. Everything else is crazy, but the lashes are done.
The lashes.
I can't do it, bro. Like just make sure it's together, man. You're gonna get a wig or a lace front. Obviously that's the same thing. Weave. Just make sure you keep it up. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm asking.
I'll say that.
And I like nails done too.
Nails done too. The nails gotta be done.
Like it don't have to be like the tips or. Just done. Just polished, clean. Nice. I don't want you biting, and I don't want, when I look at your hands, I don't want to see my hands.
She can't.
Like you the girl, you the lady of the relationship. You the soft one. You the pretty one. You the beautiful one. Like I need to see the resemblance of all of those different things. You know, like and don't just do it when you go out.
Your nails got to be done in the house.
Yeah, like you, like ladies, like time out for when you go out, you look amazing. When you go,
you know what they gonna tell you, right? If you want them done like that, then you need to pay for them to get done like that.
Well, I can sit down, pull up a chair, cause I ain't even talking about the tips or whatever they call that.
You gonna file them down yourself?
File them down. I'll do the painting. I used to do my mom's toes and her nails.
So that you got practice.
You know what I'm saying? You want bring your hands over here.
If you want your nails done, I'll do them for you. You ain't even got.
They ain't gonna have professional. I'm just saying, keep it groomed.
That's a treat.
Keep it groomed. Keep them polished. Keep it nice. Like I said, my hands and your hands shouldn't look the same. Actually, when matter of fact, both of us, you look at both our hands, they look pretty decent. I cut my nails before I came out today, just because I felt they was a little long and. But they're nice looking. It's nice looking hands.
I ain't got a whole bunch of dirt up under my joint.
You see?
Yeah.
So we can do that.
That's a conscious thing.
That's a whole other thing. Ladies, I don't ever want to see dirt under your nails. Like ever. It's nothing you can say that can justify
what, a legitimate reason.
There's nothing you can say as a woman to justify dirt under your fingernails. There's nothing you can say.
We're scratching their weave.
That's a problem. Get that wash and set.
He said, "Get that wash and set."
That wash and set.
Now, they say that men do not care about how much money a woman makes. Do you really care about how much money a woman makes?
I don't.
You don't.
Whether it's a lot, whether it's a little, it depends on who it is. Like in regards to if we're connecting and if we're connecting as a team, I'm obviously going into it knowing what it is. If you're making 6 figures, 8 figures, if you're not working, like I'm kind of going into it knowing what it is.
That's I'm gonna tell you I'm both ways with it because all right, one, I don't really care like that how much money you make, but it seems like the initial attraction. If a woman tells me she's not working, I always feel like she's trying to come at me for some bread though. Cause that's my experience. Most women that be like, "Oh, I'm in school right now," or "I'm not working right now." They start this whole thing about take me out every day, do this for me, do that for me, and then you gotta ask yourself, like you said, reciprocation. How are they supposed to do something back for you if they're not making anything?
That makes perfect sense.
Now I will say this: men really don't care about the amount of money you make.
Yeah.
But going back to the single life right now, what's happening is a lot of women are boasting about their accomplishments and the amount of money that they make, and it just so happens that there's probably more successful women right now than there are men in a lot of working fields, especially the corporate world.
Okay.
Right? Okay. When it comes to finishing school, they do that. They get the 3 master's degrees and all of that.
That's true.
Right? What we doing?
Right.
Trying to be rappers. Trying to get a podcast. This is what we doing. We trying to find, the entrepreneurial way out.
Exactly.
Which takes a little bit of time.
Exactly.
And it takes a struggle. And they not willing to deal with us when it comes to that whole struggle most of the time.
Right, yeah.
You gotta, and you hear a lot of women say, you gotta have all your stuff together when you come to me. But we don't think like that, though, a lot of the times. We will take you off the streets and clean you up, girl. And that's why a lot of us are single now.
That is true. That is true.
Do you have now me, I'm gonna tell you, I got a budget when I go out on the first date. Do you have a first date budget?
I haven't really thought about it in regards to a budget, but I'm gonna tell you what you ain't getting. Definitely not Philippe. Definitely not Hunting Fish Club. Definitely not Nobu.
You naming the knots.
None of those spots. We gotta talk about what we not doing immediately. So if anybody that's tuned in right now that's trying to holler at King Amadeus, if that's what you think you on, it's not happening. But what's dope is, and shout out to all of the TikTokers and
foodies.
People on the foodies that tell you about all of the hot spots, whether in Brooklyn, whether in the Bronx, whether in Harlem, where it could just be a really incredible vibe, and it might not cost you an arm or a leg. So I think I would look for those type of spots, the hot spots.
Going on a picnic.
Yeah, they would love that though. A real woman would love that.
That's true, but it depends on what you're doing on that picnic. You gotta do certain things. You gotta spice up the picnic. Like you can't just go lay a sheet down and lay in the sun.
Right.
You might have to go get one of them little Chinese tables, put that down, put some fruits on it or something, some flowers surrounding it or whatever. That might be it right there.
Yeah.
You on the Red Couch with Burn. We getting deep right now. We teaching y'all how to get a girlfriend. My first date budget, it went down. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. They gonna say I'm cheap, but my first date budget is $100.
Okay. Now, so where can we go where we can have a good time?
We can go axe throwing. Okay? I can take you axe throwing.
Which is great. I actually did that.
Yeah, and that's one of the best things you can do. And the thing is, we don't even, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, I don't drink or smoke.
Okay.
I quit burning trees a while ago, and I never really drinking like that.
Okay.
So, sorry, we ain't got to drink. But I ain't gonna lie, when I did, I still act like I ain't drink or smoke because I just ain't want to spend a whole bunch of money.
Confession. If there was a choice of me going out to a bar and staying home and drinking, I'm staying home.
Staying home because you know how much those drinks cost.
$25. That's a whole bottle
for a little shot
with extra ice and mad juice and soda and
water.
Yeah, bro. I got an issue, man.
Yeah, but you know what though? You gonna have a hard time getting back in this dating field, bruh. Yes, because they want them bottles. They this is what's happening right now. They're like, yo, I want this. Now you do have your handful of women that are content with doing certain things, but you're not gonna get them to the crib on the first date with a bottle.
That is
this
true.
Is not 1998 or 2005. It's not happening. Like right now, it's so many options. Social media did it. That's what happened. But yeah, my first date budget is $100. I'm not doing it. Yeah, cause so with that said, if let's say she want to go out with her friends, right? You take your girl out for her birthday, right?
Oh, I know where this is going.
She invites her friends. Do you feel that you're responsible for paying the bill?
I feel like you are.
As a man, you responsible for paying the bill with the friends out?
I feel like you are. I feel like it's the appropriate thing to do.
I'm gonna let you know. Brother Slim ain't paying all the damn food. Hey,
I think
and then
I mean, it comes once a year.
Okay, fine.
It's once a year.
So you're saying like
you're
saying a party? Okay, I get it.
It's once a year, bro.
I get
it.
So
it's for this one time a year, for her to have a good time. She wants her friends there. She don't want to worry about nothing. You know, you don't know what her friends' finances are. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're dealing with. And she wants them there, and you want her to have a good time. So I think the whole situation should be as stress-free on her as possible. So
well,
I think the right thing to do is
then I'm curating this. You can have there's going to be a limit of the amount of food you can
I do agree with that. Like, and I think you make a valid point where, you know, you do curate it and you have a conversation with the restaurant, and maybe there's a prefix thing that's happening. So, you know, you don't have friends ordering 17 appetizers.
He gonna pay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, everything is prefixed. You get an appetizer, you get a main dish, you get a dessert, and you may get a drink. You may get 2 drinks. Anything above that, the bar's over there. Go do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like how you actually put that.
Right, you're gonna get a limit.
Moving forward, I keep that in mind.
I'm saving you, bro. I'm saving you
some
money.
You are.
I'm gonna save you a whole bunch of money. I'm gonna start this this TikTok live over. 649 people tapped into that.
Nice.
So we're gonna start it over again, just to make sure that we got a whole bunch of lives, so that way they could tap in. Cause you know TikTok live is where it's at, bro.
Really?
You got a TikTok?
I started one, but I haven't done nothing at all.
That's where you get the bread. This is where everything that I've done on TikTok, it leaked over to everything that I was doing.
Really?
I went viral on TikTok before I went viral on anything. I made money from my money from Facebook came because somebody reposted my joint on TikTok. A famous group of people, a whole bunch of people, a lot of celebrities you might even know, or not even might even know. You know a lot of them in those big platforms or whatever that, like, all of them. I don't want to say their names because I don't, you know. But a lot of them repost a video, boom, people start looking for you. They start looking for you. Then you go post that same video on your social media. People are looking for that video because they're hearing about it. Like, yo, you saw the video? That blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, word, I got to go check that. Let me search for it on Facebook. They find it, boom. Millions and millions and millions of hits on Facebook or Instagram. And, you know, my Instagram ain't all the way up there, but my Facebook, I got 10,000 followers based on the and you know my TikTok on the average is like 100 followers a day.
Wow.
Right? But that's based in TikTok's algorithms is exactly what we want Instagram to be.
Really?
That's why people got mad when the government was like they about to end TikTok because they like, yo, that's my livelihood.
Wow.
I met this girl the other day. She just started her TikTok. Once you get 1,000 followers, you could go live. You go live, they start sending you all types of money.
Really?
Bro, you get diamonds. If I put that dog on live right now, they start sending bread. If I go outside right now and walk the dog and people start stopping with the dog and all of this and all of that, yes, If I go on my Instagram right now, you see it. They just keep, you know what I mean? If I go on my Instagram right now, whatever. It's the algorithms ain't popping, but TikTok, algorithms are popping. Like the only thing is you can't be cursing up a storm and saying stuff to degrade women and beating and talking about all the violent things you gonna do. Correct. But TikTok is where it's at. But going back to what we was talking about, we talking about the ladies. So thank you for tapping in. You ever heard this term alpha female?
Yes.
What does that mean to you? Because I got whole different definitions in my head for what's an alpha woman.
Probably, a woman that can hold her own. That can hold her own. Don't have to depend upon, a man to take care of herself, to take care of her kids, works, hustles, owns, have her own crib, have her own cars, don't want for nothing and don't need a man to supply any of those things. That's kind of what
the alpha woman is. So a woman that takes charge.
Correct. Like, I got this. Whether you with me or not, whether I got a man or not, I got this, and I'm good.
Is that a good thing though?
I respect it, because I don't think they set out to do that. I just think it's kind of the cards that they've been dealt.
The crazy thing is, I don't like that, but then I got a daughter, and I'll be like, damn, what if my daughter started being like that, or am I grooming my daughter to be like that?
Right.
Like, you don't need a man. Nah, Biggie said, give my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. It's like,
I just think we have to deliver it differently. Like, I don't think we should deliver it to them in a way where you don't need, right? Because that makes it negative. It's just like, be independent, be able to stand on your own, be able to take care of yourself, be able to provide for yourself, do what you need to do for you, chase and live your dreams, have your own career. And along the way, hopefully, you'll meet a man that, you fall in love with and you love and loves you, and then you can, ride this thing called life out together. But I don't think we should deliver it and you don't need no man. Because, who wouldn't want to have a man? As a woman, who wouldn't want to have a man? You know what I'm saying? And as
you
a
ain't
man,
been you need to scroll down your social media, because they all talking about, I don't need no man now.
Bro, that's
what
BS.
they're saying.
That's probably, and I'm not saying all, but that's probably hurt women or women that have been with men that didn't do right by them, that disrespected them, that did them dirty, that cheated on them, that, so at the end of the day, when you go through those things, it creates a mindset. A negative view on men, or all men are dogs, all men cheat. Nah, there's some really good dudes out here that do right. I'm one of them, and I'm not just saying that because I'm behind, the camera having a conversation on the couch or the red couch with my brother. Like, that's why I've been in relationships for so long. Being in relationships for so long, because you're a dirtbag, you know what I'm saying? Or you're a dog, you're a bad dude, and no one stayed because they felt like they needed to stay. Like, we was in a
long relationship started off a one night stand. So I ain't gonna lie to you. The longest relationship you ever gonna have is gonna be from the one night stand that you had. You fell in love with that chick. You laughing, but that's true though. Couple more questions, right? Is there a body count cutoff?
For men or for women?
For you. For us, like, for as a man, like, do you feel that we wouldn't want to deal with a chick, like, if you found out a chick dealt with you, she had all the perfect qualities that you love, right? But for some reason she had an OnlyFans and she done did everything in the world under the sun with every dude, like, would you still deal with her?
I'm big on, when you say it like that, probably not. But I'm also a person that's big on, just not getting caught up with someone's past. Like, I feel like we all have pasts. We all have dated. We've all had our body counts. We did what we did. And at the end of the day, if you decide to be with a person, then I don't think you should, make them feel any kind of way with what they've done in their past.
All right. So
now, I think the other part of that is, I'd rather not know.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
I'd rather not.
As a man, you're not supposed to be asking. I see a lot of podcasts and they be like, "What's your body count?"
Yeah,
I'm not asking a woman what her body count is, especially if you already like her. You're gonna be disappointed, bro. Because I feel like the average body count now is about 20.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, that's like the average. It's very rare that you find a woman that's 30 that didn't have 20 partners. Right, and that could be due to men being who we are or whatever, or them doing what they do. But whatever the cause of is, I feel like that's the average, right? How you feel about women who were raised by their dad as opposed to women who weren't raised by their dad?
I mean, I don't really have any negative thought because what I've learned is there's women that have been raised by their dads and have the proper home, growing up and still have trauma and still have things that they've endured that maybe their parents don't even know about, or endured that, or struggles that they face today with having both parents and both father and mother in their lives. So I don't really kind of
judge it.
Yeah, judge it or say, oh, you gotta have both parents. You know what I'm saying? And then you have it the other way around where there's women that may not have grown up with their fathers that are amazing women and may not have that type of trauma or have dealt with it properly, or may have gotten the help that they need, whether it's therapy, whether it's counseling, whether it's their spirituality, or whether it's just them dealing with it, head on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, I don't judge, when it comes to that, man.
All right, last but not least, our little game that I'm gonna play, and it's only a couple of questions.
Which one would you like?
All right. So,
oh man,
5'5" or 6'0"?
Wait, what does that mean?
Height.
Oh, say it again.
5'5" or 6'0"?
5'5".
Damn, you
I like them short.
You don't like tall chicks.
No. Oh no, I'm not saying that, but I prefer
a short chick. All right. Thick or skinny?
Thick.
I thought you was gonna say medium. After I be, thick chicks right now, so I ain't even gonna lie.
I like that.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I be starting to think about health now. I be in the gym working out, my shoulder hurt. And I be feeling like I like them thick, but you just can't be, your gut can't be splashing all over the place, because now I feel like like I don't know, cause I've had some women in my life, and like some of them are lazy, and I'm not about to be holding that 5 for mad long. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to hold them legs back yourself.
You heard?
All right, dark skin or light skin?
Oh shoot!
They say the black is the berry, the street is the juice. I say it's smoke. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I love me. I can deal with a light skinned woman.
Tough.
But I love me a dark skinned woman, bruh.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
It's tough.
That's a tough one, because all women don't matter.
Yeah, I don't really.
But that's why, why it's tough, because you like, but them dark, if a woman is dark,
Yeah, it's not like it.
I love it.
I can't front. It's not like it.
I love that,
like
man. Nothing but a dark.
Yeah, it's nothing like
dark. You so black, you about to turn purple.
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. To see a beautiful black queen, it's nothing like it.
Long hair, short hair?
Depends on if it's real. But I love I love long hair. I'm a sucker for long hair, bro.
He said it depends on if it's real. So
but,
she can't have the extra long yaki. She can't have the extra long 9-foot weave.
Right. Yeah. No, if it's right, I'm a sucker. I don't feel like I'm cooperating properly. Long hair. I'm gonna stop all the explanations and just go with it.
Nah, you fronting. All right, last one. On the last question, Pepe. Last question, bro. Shut your mouth. Sit down. You see, he follows exactly what I tell him to do. What I say. Nigga know exactly what I'm saying. Last question. Jeans and sneakers or mini skirt and heels?
Mini skirt and heels.
Oh, you's a ladies man.
Mini skirt and heels. I almost got stuck because I thought back in the day. I went back to like high school. I used to love them jeans and sneakers, but I'm like, no, boy, you 43 years old, kid. You need to mini skirt and heels, man.
I'm a sucker for some jeans and sneakers because guess why? If it look tight and all right in them joints, by the time you take it off and put on something else, I'm gonna be hyped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a sucker for that. The Red Couch will Burn. This is what we do. We find out about relationships, trending topics. We find out who you are. We find out what you like, and we spread it to the world. It's King Amadeus here.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you, my brother?
Man, I'm on Instagram, Amadeus PBM, AMADEUS PBM, Instagram. My website, IamKingAmadeus.com. And that's I'm on Facebook. I think I'm locked out of it right now. Twitter, I don't really rock with Twitter, but My brother Burns said I need to get on this TikTok, man. So
yeah, you need to get on
stay
TikTok.
tuned. I need to get on TikTok, man.
Stay tuned. Boom, boom, boom. Hope y'all love the show. Stay tuned for the next one.
Yes, sir.